Beautiful people. Welcome to the Danny Danae Show. I am Danielle Danae, aka Danny Danae, and I've got a lot to say. So let's get into it. Transgender people are highly disturbed. Let's talk about it. So I already know I'm going to ruffle a lot of feathers with this topic, but you guys know me well enough now to know I do not give a F. Okay, but this realization came to me recently. Just being around enough transgender people, they are highly disturbed. They're toxic when it comes to their emotions. They're never rational. Well, I'm not saying never, but rarely rational. They are often agitated about things. They're often upset. If you look and see, like, all these protests that are happening, they're mostly transgender people. And they're highly disturbed, emotional, irrational people. And like I said, transgender people are at the top of that list when it comes to these instances where erratic behavior is put out in our mainstream medias. And we got to sit and talk about it because, it's a movement that's happening so much now. Everybody hopping on this trend of being transgender, and it's not cute. At this point anyway. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're a woman that was born in a man's body, okay, delusion, okay, whatever. But now it's really getting annoying and really getting scary. I really believe that transgender people have a mental illness. They have a mental disorder. And I'm going to break it down to you why. Because it needs to be talked about. If you don't realize why already, I'm here to tell you why. And if you're a transgender person watching this video, I hope you don't get offended, but I also hope you sit back and, if you are offended, ask yourself if any of these points I'm hitting resonate with you. Take your emotions out of it, take your feelings, put them to the side, and ask yourself, am I hitting some real points? Am I speaking some facts? So a lot of transgender people believe that they were born in the wrong body. You'll sit and talk to them for a little while and they'll say that, and I think that statement alone is just crazy. Because whether you believe in God or not, there's a higher being out there, and to think that God or this higher being out there could ever be so cruel to put you on an earth, to put you in a body that you were not meant to be, is freaking insane. Freaking insane. Now, me being a Christian, I know God wouldn't be that cruel. He wouldn't bring you to this earth as a boy, intending you for you to be a girl. It makes absolutely no sense. So that belief alone just shows how mentally out of order you are. I think it's so crazy that people believe that, but we're in crazy times. I actually Googled the definition of transgender and transgenderism, and it literally says that transgender people don't identify with the sex assigned at birth. And when I saw that, I was just like, assigned at birth? You mean what they actually are at birth? A female or a male? Like, what are we talking about? And we use this word identify so loosely. It's so funny. And I looked up also the word identify, and the definition of identify is fact of who or what a person is. Fact. Let me read it again. Fact of what a person is, of what or who a person is. It's a fact, and we use this word identify like it can be some form of an opinion. It's not an opinion. It's fact. You can't bend or go around a fact. You can do that with an opinion, and I think that's insane. You'd be like, oh, we can just identify as whatever we want. Throw facts out the window. Throw logic out the window. It's a fact that we're born female. It's a fact that we're born male. People in science and religious people will tell you that is what it is. And the fact that we're trying to, break it up into, a fact can be whatever we believe it to be. whatever we identify as can be whatever is insane. It's insane. It's in. I can't find another word for it. Yeah, these transgender people are the ultimate level of confusion. They're confused. They think they were born in the wrong body, so now they have all these feelings that they're that their natural born self feels, and they're trying to feel things, that the new gender they're trying to be feel. It's just a inner battle that's tough. And it's just like life alone is already hard for a straight individual. And it's just like, why would you want that excess trauma, excess pressure and uncomfortableness on yourself? And just because you want to hop on a trend, because someone sat down and told you, your therapist told you that you might be in the wrong body, it's just sad. It's insane, but it's really is sad, because you got kids nowadays, parents allowing kids to cut off their private parts because they wake up one day and be like, oh, well, maybe I'm actually a boy now. Even though I was born as a girl, maybe maybe because I like playing with trucks, and I like fighting, or I like watching USC fights. I forget. I'm so bad with sports, but boxing. Maybe I'm really a boy, even though I was born a girl, and I think that's y'all know what I'm about to say. Insane. Dwayne Wade and their son transitioning. I think that's it, because it affects them long term, and I hope and pray for that little boy when he gets to the adult age, and going through things he's going through, and he wants to actually have a family, and he's trying to figure it out. This type of mentality and these type of drastic changes we do with our bodies affect us so long term. And it's like, when you're an adult, you can do what you want, but when you're influencing kids, I think that's where I draw the line. And that's why I really felt like I needed to speak about this, because it's kids hopping on this transgender trend. And like I said, it's so detrimental to our society, so detrimental to ourselves. And I hate that it's happening at this ultimate level. Ultimate level of crazy. I would never leave my kid around a transgender person, because literally, if you think you can pick and choose who you are, you pick and choose your identity, you can pick and choose whatever personality you want to be that day. You can pick to be sweet, you can pick to be cruel, you can pick to be, pedophile. It's very scary, and I don't want somebody that's confused trying to putting that confusion onto my kid. Around me, I don't even hang out with transgender people. I do not. Because what do you mean that you were born in the wrong body? This is something nobody said 100 years ago. Now, there's same-sex attraction, but there's the gays, there's the lesbians, but they're not, they know they're a woman, they know they're a man for the most part. They know they're a woman, they know they're a man. The ones that are gays, they're not trying to become the opposite sex. They're just attracted to the same sex. It's different, both wrong, but the level of crazy is not nearly the same. Right? It's just an attraction, but when you get to the level where you're calling yourself a man, when you're born a woman, it's like you're not far from calling yourself a dog, a black person when you're white, a white person when you're black. And we don't need that type of delusion in our societies. There's already enough delusional people, regular people, straight people. We don't need that level of extreme. We don't need that level of extreme. So hide your kids, hide your wives from these people. They are so detrimental to our societies. like I said, the government loves this. They love transgender people. They love people that are confused because they can now be the ones to set you straight. They can be the ones to tell you whatever it is they want to tell you because, you're confused. So if something sounds right to you, or they can make something sound right, dressing things up in pretty little words and making you feel good about yourself, smiling in your face, you're going to lean into their whatever narrative they want to tell you. We got to stop being delusional. We got to stop being in our feelings about everything and believing there's something wrong with us when we're just experiencing human emotions, things everybody goes through. You don't have to change your whole gender just because you feel like you're, more masculine if you're a woman, or more feminine if you're a man. Either fight that crap off, because we're capable of it, or just pivot. Find a woman that's a little more that's attracted to your femininity. For men, if you're a little more feminine, find a woman that's a little more masculine. Balance yourself out. You're not gonna find that woman in someone like me, but she's out there, and same for women. If you're a little more masculine, find a man that's feminine. Figure it out, but don't be out here transitioning yourself completely. I can't tell you the numbers, but I'm pretty sure I've seen enough in life in LA to know, a lot of people that go the transgender route regret it, but it's like they don't want to speak about it too much because they're going to be rebuked out of their community. They're going to be cast out of their communities with other transgender people, or they're just going to be miserable, back to square one before how they were when they felt like they needed to transition. They're right back to square one, wanting to transition back to their original selves. So it's tough, man, but we gotta sit back and really reevaluate ourselves and tell ourselves that we are meant to be who we are. We're meant to be our gender that we were born into. I thought that was crazy that the Google definition of what you're assigned at birth. It is what you are at birth. It's not something a doctor determines when they come in. It's like, no, that is what it is. It's like, oh, God, if a doctor tells you have cancer, maybe you don't have cancer. Maybe you have, just arthritis. And they're just, no. There's literally symptoms that dictate what you have. And there's literally body parts that dictate what you are. And the sooner we come to that fact, that realization of that fact, opinions won't matter to us as much. The only opinion that will matter is our own. And yeah, I actually, let me tell you a little story. I had a friend named Romello back in high school, and he was born a man, but he would dress in women's clothing. But he didn't fully transition. He still had, the male body parts. But he would wear wigs, he would wear fake eyelashes, he would do all that stuff. And the only reason, I thought it was crazy. Really, I did. But the reason I was friends with him, or I was drawn to him, because we were both, we were joked a lot. We were both cast out, judged. I've spoken about this before. I was repeatedly joked and made fun of because I wore a bunch of makeup, because I wore heels to school. I drew my eyebrows on crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you won't see any pictures of me in high school. I'll never post them because my makeup, the way I did it, was freaking insane. And don't ask me why. I did one fashion show where they drew my eyebrows on, but it was completely different. I was trying to wear runway makeup every day, and since my parents wouldn't buy me the makeup I wanted, I was using Sharpies. So it was insane. Yeah, but we were both joked. We were both outcasts. So we bonded. We trauma bonded. But I remember, being his friend, we weren't really friends. Like he would switch up on me. Like I said, like if you can just choose your what you identify as, you can just choose who you can pick and choose who you are that day. It can switch up in an instant. And sometimes he was a great friend, and then sometimes he was a horrible friend, talking crap about me behind my back, allowing someone to fight me. I got in a fight, and he was on the other girl's side. It was crazy. It was crazy. Now I've forgiven him. We're Facebook friends. It's cool. We're cool. There's no bad blood. There's really no bad blood with anybody I had in high school. But none of them were my friends, but especially this person. And yeah, I use that story as a realization that you're so disturbed as a person, and I got to witness. I went to his house, and I got to see him stay with I think it was his grandparents, because his mom was, I don't know if she was on drugs, but she was not fully there at the times. I did see her a few times. And a lot of these people who transition come from broken homes, drug addicts, absent fathers. That's one thing I noticed too. There was no dad around. And so they lean on other things. They lean on people like me. They lean on social media, mainstream media, to tell them where to go in life, because they don't know. They don't know. They don't have someone to show them. And that's another reason why I love doing these podcasts, because I want to help as many people as possible. I want people to see who they really are and be the best individual they can be. And I don't think anyone on earth can be the best version of themselves when they don't even think they were born in the right body. Like, how can you have a right mind if you think everything is wrong about you? And I want people, especially the transgender community, to wake up to the nonsense. To really sit back and think, am I happy now that I transitioned? Do I feel like a better human being now that I'm a man when I was born a woman? Or is this just something I did because, someone told me to do it? Because I had one little feeling that I thought was a big deal at the time, and I just acted on it. I want you guys to really ask yourself that if you're a transgender person watching this video, this episode. If you're transitioning, you are mentally not fully there. I know we hate to hear these things, but it's true. It's true. And you need to seek help as soon as possible, because it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you. You trying to live and be a gender you weren't born to be. If it doesn't kill you physically, it's going to kill you mentally. You're going to die inside. So yeah, I pray for these type of people. I pray for you if you're watching this as transgender, because life is tough. Life is tough, but we're adults now. We're adults now, or soon to be adults, and we gotta start moving as such, and stop letting our emotions, stop letting other people dictate how we're supposed to live our lives. Okay, so yeah, I pray for you. Like I said, there's still love, but we need, like I said, we need help. You guys need help, and I'm always willing to help. right? All right, guys. I'm done. I said all I need to say on this topic. I love you guys. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I will catch you guys tomorrow, okay? All right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.